beep, 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 beep. Just remember what happened the last time somebody did something unexpected.
I'd like us all to remember that right now this is Osculit's idea.
Osculit's idea.
Yes, let's make sure that fingers get pointed in the right direction.
All right. Yeah, your plan is to go to the door and find the access panel, correct?
You still want to do this?
Maybe
It's too late.
could you set it on delay?
On delay.
Well, Kurt, you are an ex-Imperial. You're well versed in the usage of a code cylinder and access points. So yes, you can do what you need to with this door if they can be opened on delay. I don't know that they can be.
Could you open this remotely?
Not like as a remote control, but there would be another place where you could open it from. Probably the control room on the base.
Yeah,
All right.
I like that.
So I think that for the meantime, we keep the door shut because we don't want the Imperials. We don't want the Imperials to know that we're here. If this door opens, they may send another squad. Better that they don't know they've been infiltrated.
Yes.
A voice, a ghost speaks out. Don't open the door, Luke.
We may open it if we need a diversion later. All right.
Okay.
Let's get inside.
All right. You guys make your way up to the top floor. However you want to. Ramp, elevator, your call.
Ramp. Always the ramp.
Ramp. Okay. So you make your way up to that top kind of walkway and hurry down to what looks like the entrance deeper into the base. It's a wide door. It's built to move cargo through. So it is it could handle a forklift if it needed to, probably two of them passing each other. It's very, very large hallways because it's a storage depot and stuff's meant to be moved around. When you get to the top and you look through, it almost feels like a cross intersection. So straight across from you is a long hallway that goes deeper into the base, and it also goes right and left. So the wall you were just running along the walkway also, does that make sense? The walkway going to the side.
3 options for 3 characters. I sense a Scooby-Doo split up coming on.
No, don't split the party. It's the first rule. So when you look around the side, you see on the left-hand side of like the hallway straight ahead, you see the little wall, I guess, to your front and left. There is an arrow that says control room to the left. To the right, you see one that says, it actually has a couple things on it. It has generator and mess hall to the right. And there is nothing on the straightaway to point what's straight ahead of you.
I'll vote for the left turn.
Yeah, let's take the left. The garrison is around here somewhere. There could be quarters up ahead.
Yeah.
I think that's probably where we should go. That's where most of the action would be.
But the high-ranking Imperials would be in the control room.
Yes.
Oh, say, what's that? High ranking?
Yeah. Yeah,
War
the ones
points.
that wear all the bling. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Let's go to the left.
All right.
I want to go to the left.
Okay, how much noise are you guys making as y'all do this?
I'm
I
going to
kinda
proceed
think-
pretty carefully here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, walking actually at a slow pace, not like running, just walking so we get the full perception that we
Okay.
need.
This is quite a long hallway. If you were to guess, looking off to your left and to your right, to the right's actually shorter. Just before you make your decision, to the right, it's probably 40 meters to the right before you see it dead end, and it looks like it turns to the left. To the left, the way you guys are looking, it's probably 150 plus. It kind of almost, I don't want to say comes to a point, but you see what I'm saying? It goes far enough that it's like, how long is this hallway? And straight ahead is about the same as to the left. Although straight ahead you can see what look like other doorways and other junction points. Probably 20 meters up and then another, that sort of thing, kind of scattered at different distances across. Down the left-hand side, it's far enough that you don't see anything, any kind of doorways or anything down that left-hand corridor. So down to the left, I'm guessing?
I'm still gonna go left.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You guys start moving that way slowly. Everybody give me a 5-die perception roll, please.
That's a lot of die. That's a lot of
dice.
difficulty die.
Yep. But there's a reason. There's a method in my madness.
Holy cow.
Wow.
got-
Okay.
I got 1 success and 3 threat.
Okay.
Good old Kurt.
Yeah. Phil?
I did fail with 1 failure.
Any threat or anything?
No threat.
Okay. And Slashik?
Well, my infrared eyes,
Mm-hmm.
which are so handy, allowed me to fail with 3 threat,
Oh.
but get a triumph.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
So have fun with that one.
I hate this game. Why are we playing this game?
This is ridiculous. This is crazy sauce.
Okay, so this. Why not?
Do you
This
want
will
to
be
type
fun.
something to me?
No. This is more fun, I guess, to have the whole thing at. Okay, so
Let's do it.
what order are you guys in first?
I assume we're doing our normal order.
So you first.
Yes, me, then Oscalit. No, yes, me, then Oscalit, then Kurt. Usually
Then
is the
Kurt.
normal order.
Okay. That's so funny. All right, I had an idea, but let's see what happens. Kurt. Actually, let me type it to Kurt since he's the only one. Since he's the only one that's
Okay.
All right, while you're typing it to Kurt, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, me too.
I gotta try and.
Let me see if I'm not sure.
Are you doing this in Skype or are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm
email?
doing it in Skype. Hopefully,
Okay.
it'll get to you.
It probably will. I just gotta find it. Oh, that's not what I want.
All right. Did you get that?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay.
Okay.
Let you hold on to that. Let me explain what happened to them first.
Is there a wow? Well, I'm gonna see if I can type something back to you.
Just in case they're actually listening, they're eavesdropping after they walked
Yes.
away. I'm going to the bathroom. Yes. Eavesdrop them.
They go
What's
on
actually
mute. Did that get through to you?
Okay, I'm back.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me type back to Kurt here.
Okay. Thank you. I didn't
Alright.
want to assume that, but okay,
Right.
that would make sense.
Okay. Is Jake back?
No, I don't think so.
This game. Why are the dice so difficult?
It's good stuff.
Oh man. I actually played a game last night, the X-Wing.
All right, I'm back.
I hadn't played in a while, and I made up a random new B team list, and I won't give you the details just in case we ever discuss it. And I eviscerated the guy.
Oh wow!
I was making fun of him. I was not making fun of him. I was like, he's like, "What are you running?" And I was like, "Oh, this is a new tournament list. Haven't you heard?" And he's like, "What?" He was one of the guys that's going to actually play in the store championship tomorrow. And I was like, "You haven't seen this?" I said, "It's a meta list." He's like, "You don't do meta lists." I said, "Well, it will be a meta list once I'm done with it." And the only damage done to my list was an asteroid that I ran over.
Ooh.
Oh wow!
And I wiped him off the board. And he's like, holy crap! I said, I told you, medalist. he's like, but I just saw you put it together. I said, no, I already had it in my head. I just, didn't have it ready, prepared. and the Punisher Jason was looking. He was like, "Man, you're so full of crap." I said, "Yeah, but he doesn't know that. He's never played me before." And it was, but it was frightening. I was like, I've never hit this many times in my life. It was like I just rolled 18 dice, and it was like 18 hits and crits across the whole thing. He's like, that was unbelievable. Finn Rao was involved. Let's put it that way. So there was a lot of dice rolling on my side. But yeah, I thought that was so funny. I was like, I never win. But when Jim's here, I never win. But when Jim's not here, suddenly I'm an unstoppable force. Okay, so Kurt, and I'll give this a little bit here. Actually, let's start with Jake. Jake, you're back, right?
Yes, I'm back.
You smell prey. That's kind of the best way I can put it.
All right.
You're like, yeah. Ooh, I smell prey. And when you do this, you kind of stop concern. You're like not concerned anymore. You're like, I smell prey, and you say it out loud, right? I smell prey. And
Let me do that. Let me do that right now.
I smell prey.
Shut up.
When you do this, Oscar, it's like, does one of those slaps. So his attention is drawn away, and Kurt bumps into the back of you guys. So you all kind of suddenly stop and play Three Stooges there in the middle of the hallway, all at right about the same time. And
glorious.
Leave it to you guys as you stumble into each other in the middle of the hallway.
So now it's up to us.
Yes, back to you guys.
Okay, back to you. There's 3 stormtroopers at the end of the hall.
What?
Hide.
Which way? Which way is the prey?
When he points it out, you're able to, like, when he says that, you're able to kind of make that distinguishment. You're suddenly able to, they don't blend as well into the background as they did before. And one of them's pointing like back at you guys. They were at extreme range. They are at extreme range from you guys.
Are they in front of us towards the control room or behind us?
Yeah, they are dead straight down the hallway. It looked like they were guarding a door at the end of this long hallway. So Kurt sees them, points it out, but all of your crazy commotion of running into each other and being what you guys do, the Three Stooges, they heard you. They're like, that's their job. They're being guards and looking for things, and they're on alert because something's happening. So they see you, and you see one of them reach, do the kind of communicator thing, helmet or wrist, however they do it. Looks like he might be calling somebody.
All right,
does that make sense? And you guys are about midway down this hallway, so you're kind of stuck in the middle right now.
Oscar, we either gotta keep our cool and keep moving real slow forward, or we gotta get out of here and go somewhere else. What do you think? We got like a second to decide.
They know we're here. If we run and hide, we are gonna fight a lot of guys on our way to that door. We might be able to. I'd say we push through these 2.
This is gonna hurt. They're gonna shoot me up all the way. I might not survive this, man.
We're gonna be shooting them.
Yeah.
Is there anything in this hallway that's like remotely cover?
No.
Like
nope. No, they wouldn't want to put anything in this hallway because it's leading towards their control room that they're guarding. So they wouldn't want to provide cover to anybody who might be, infiltrating the base.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, opportunity. I guess you could get cover if Slashik's in front.
Hardy har har.
I like that. Yeah.
Should we double back and go down the unmarked hall, see if we can go around a different way?
Oh, are you afraid?
Oslet, why don't you take lead and let's march down to the 3 stormtroopers. I like a hunting ground. I don't like a firing line, a firing squad.
we've got long range weapons. They we can shoot them up from here.
All right, we'll walk into range, and I'm not gonna go charging. I think I don't know if that's gonna do me any good.
All right.
'Cause I'll be in the line of fire.
Hang back. This is why I always try to give you a gun. Okay.
But what? So you've got one. You've got one in your
Yeah,
backpack.
take this freaking rifle. Just do something with it at least.
Whoa.
Here's how it
So-
works. You point this end. You point this end at the baddies, and you pull it. You see this thing? You push it with your finger, or whatever you got. This big
All right.
hunk of
Kurt,
sausage at the end of your arm.
So I'm gonna
Kurt,
start.
make me a 3-die perception check, please.
Okay.
The other two, you guys are too busy arguing.
It's such an uncivilized weapon.
Listen, it's
Oh,
not
good.
so bad. You may even hit something.
I like to hear the breath leave my
You guys are
Craig's
having an
lips.
argument in the middle of the hallway. Like, shoot him! No, that's too far away. I don't know how to shoot. What's wrong with these people?
This is probably a low for our group.
So perception, I got 2 success with 2 threat.
You hear booted feet behind you.
Oh man. Yeah. All right.
So
How-
you should probably tell us while
Yeah,
we're
go for it.
arguing.
So is it like it's extreme range to either end of the hall right now?
Yes. Well, it's going to be long range to the where you guys came in, and it's extreme
Okay.
to where they're at.
Yeah. I think I'm done arguing with Slashik. I'm gonna push a blast rifle into his hands.
Wait, can Kurt tell us about the boots?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we've got guys coming up behind us now. I don't know how many, but we've got movement behind us.
Well, why didn't you say so? Let's surge forward.
All right. We attack.
What are y'all waiting for? Get him!
All right,
gotta
let's go. All right, I'm gonna move up into
Okay.
long range and start.
We're
this
going to
thing
assume
off.
you guys are going to move into long range. Go ahead and make a cool check for me to get initiative. Let me get theirs. And they're just one group of 3.
All right, I got 1 success, 2 advantage.
There. Let's find it here.
I got 2 success, 2 advantage.
1 and 1 for me.
And it was 2 success, 1 advantage. You said for Jake, and 1 and
2
1.
and 2.
I was 2 and 2, and then 1 and 1 for Biff.
Kurt.
Kurt.
Yep.
What did you have, Phil?
I had 1 success, 2 advantage.
All right, and they had 1 and 3. So it's going to be player, NPC, player, and in whatever order y'all want.
I think I'd probably want to go last this time. I think.
All right, I am going to. Let me see. Can I? How hard is it to go prone?
It
It's
should just be a
it's
regular
a
maneuver.
Regular
Maneuver.
Okay, so I can't really do that this turn. I'm gonna move up and take a shot.
All right.
So this is gonna be long range.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 3 success, 3 threat.
3 success, 3 threat.
Correct.
What can I do with my 3 threat? You fall prone.
Okay.
That's one of the options I get for 3. Oh, actually, let's see. Yeah, the other one doesn't really give me anything. You shoot the gun, you shoot the door to the thing, and it freezes. You know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll fall prone.
Okay.
Just what you
Damn it.
wanted to do. Damn it.
Yeah.
So you did a total of 12 damage. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right. Let me another sheet of paper here to mark these guys off. So you get a clean chest shot on one of them. He drops, as most stormtroopers tend to do. And the other one, so it would have been 7 that got through, right? You kind of wing the other one in the thigh, and the third one is still standing. So
Okay.
you've got one dude with 3 hit points and one dude with 5. Now the NPCs, they of course fire back, ignoring their falling comrade.
They got a job to do.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm looking at the wrong dice. That might help if I got the right ones. Oh, there they are. I was like, I know that they're stronger than that, for crying out loud. And long range is 3 purples. And they're shooting at the closest person, which is you. Does prone give you
Correct.
a black die?
Correct. So they get a black die. So they get a black die from that, and they're getting 1 from your
And
armor.
they get 1 from your armor, right? Okay. Holy hell. Okay, so they got 2 successes, but 4 threat. So
Okay.
that lets you do all sorts of crazy things with it.
What
So
did they
would've
get?
done- they got 2 successes, but 4 threat. They rolled all threat,
Okay.
all those dice.
Wow.
Yeah. So they would have done a total of 11 damage, and then whatever you want to do with those threat.
Let's see.
Like, for example, it says for 2 of them, opponent may immediately perform 1 free maneuver, or add,
Yeah.
like a boost die to your next check, or
We'll do 2 free maneuvers.
you can, as long as you haven't done more than 2 in a turn, because you can only ever do
Okay.
max of 2.
Yeah.
So you
max
move
of
for
2.
1, but you get 1 free one, I guess, but then you'd be at 2.
Yeah. So
That
I'll
makes-
give okay. So I'm going to just say Kurt and Slay should get a free maneuver each. So
No, it has to be it has to be the.
It just says an opponent may immediately perform 1 maneuver in response to the active character's check.
I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking it was the person he was shooting at, but it doesn't say target. So
No.
yeah, if they get a free.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, so both of you
Now-
guys can get a free maneuver.
Okay.
How much damage? They got 2 success, and I assume it's blast rifle, so it's 11.
Yep.
I got, I think, 2, 3 soak. What do I got?
Yeah, when they hit hard.
Yeah, I got 3 soak. That's 8. All right.
Okay.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Now it's both of you have 2 PC slots.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and move up to the I suppose there's the long. I move up to where Osculate is. That would be long range.
Yep.
Correct.
So that could be your free maneuver that he
Oh,
gave
that would
you.
be my free one. Okay, and so
Yeah.
I would still be able to get another one. And
Yes.
but I go from long to medium
I think that's 1 maneuver.
because that would eliminate one of the purple
Takes
dies,
purple
right?
die out. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you could, and that would be your 2. That you can never do more than 2 maneuvers. So that would be your 2, but you just didn't take any strain for doing a second one in this turn.
Okay.
Like you would normally. And then you can fire, which I assume is
Okay.
your plan. And this hallway is definitely wide enough for you guys to stand next to each other. There's no issues with that at all.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do that. So I'm now at medium range to the 2 remaining stormtroopers.
Yes.
I'm still using my blaster rifle, so ranged heavy,
Yep.
and I'm rolling 2 purple die. Okay, because it's medium range. All right,
Yep.
so I've got 1 success and 4 advantage.
Oh, you would do 10 total damage, and you could use the 4 as a crit, so you'd actually could kill both of the rest of them.
Okay, I think they're gone.
Yeah. If that's how you want to use it. I mean, you can use it to do other things.
Yeah, I think right now the priority is getting rid of the white helmets. So-
Yeah. You see Kurt charge past you, Osclit, and pew, 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 shooting as he goes by. Pew, 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 pew. And you see him just gun these other 2 down. Just
Nice.
Meanwhile, behind you, Slashik is still trying to figure out where to put the claws at, what part to hold.
I told you. It's a little hole thing.
Hold on, I got to roll this. Let's see. All right, and oh wow, yeah. So technically, Slashik hasn't gone yet. And two stormtroopers around the corner on the other end. Like, so Slashik, you're at long range from those, the two that just turned the corner on that end. And what was I saying? Osculate is now really at extreme, and Kurt's, I guess technically that's extreme range too. I don't know if there's anything. You know, you guys are kind of both in that really long bracket from that angle. So they round the corner on their turn, and they actually would be going before you, but that was what they did, is they rounded the corner. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Then it's back here. So basically, their PC slot actually slid them in between you and Kurt.
Oh.
What
So
range?
now it's-
What range are they at me?
They're at long, and don't forget you still have a free maneuver from
Right, I remember.
from him.
Okay. What weapon did?
I gave you a blaster rifle. It's what it is.
Okay,
It's
thanks.
it's like this hunk of metal that shoots hurdy things. Bright
I
red
know one
hurdy.
thing.
Bright red
Phil,
hurdy
Phil,
things.
Right now, you're speaking.
And they
to me
come
in
out of the end.
syllables. It's really
Okay.
insulting because you are not
Yes.
in character, and I need to speak in your right now, and that's insulting.
You weren't in character voice either.
I was asking your voice. I was asking a real question.
The party falls apart.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not playing anymore.
This is where the table flip happens. It only took us like
Am
what,
I under-
2 or 3 months?
Am I understanding? It is a blaster rifle. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah, it's a blaster rifle.
Okay. What is the damage on a blaster rifle normally?
It's
like
a
what-
9.
9.
It's a 9. Okay.
Yep.
Um,
If you were to
alright.
fire from where you're at, it would be 3 difficulty dice, so 3 purple dice, and then whatever your ranged heavy skill is. I think is a blaster rifle.
It's probably
Yeah.
heavy or light?
2.
I think it's heavy.
They're both gonna be the same for you.
All right.
Yeah,
What
if you
is
haven't
aiming
skilled it up? It'd be
gives
the same. For you.
boost?
I'm sorry.
Does aiming give me a boost?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. All right.
What is this thing? To pew, 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 and he kills both of them. Like what?
All right. This is the dumbest thing ever. Okay. So I'm gonna use my free maneuver. I'm gonna use my free maneuver to actually go down a range band. So now I'm at medium range.
Medium, yeah.
And then I'm going to use my normal maneuver for free, or rather vice versa, to aim.
Aim, okay.
And then I guess I'm going to try
kill.
and unleash the beast.
Pew, 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 pew. Let's see if he's better than the stormtrooper.
Is it 1 or 2? It's 2. 2
What's
difficulty.
that? Yeah, 2 difficulty
Two
for
difficulty.
medium.
Because I'm at that range, but I do get a boost. Okay. All right. This is nonsense. I'm just so mad at everything. Okay.
Y'all had an argument in the middle of the hallway.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. That was not a high moment in my life. Okay. And rolling away. Okay. Well, thanks to the boost, I have 1 success and 1
Okay.
advantage.
Hey,
Whoa.
okay.
Ah,
There it is. Okay, so 1 advantage. You can,
great shot.
yeah. You see one of
See?
them in very much
Guys,
stun.
guys, did you see that? Did you see
That's
that?
not, see, wasn't that nice? See, it's not so bad.
You pepper one of them, and the other guy looks at like, "What was that? What?" Like totally stunned, like, "Huh? Is that a Trandoshan that just shot me?" And the guy who shot was like, "Huh?" He went up with the hands up, like, "What? Just got shot by a Trandoshan." So One of them dumps in a heap, and the other one glances at him for just a second before raising the weapon. And now it goes. That was the end of that whole combat round. Now it comes
So now
back
it's
to
Osculate.
Yep, but now it is PC slot, NPC slot, PC slot. So you have 2 players that can move, and you can go in any order.
I say.
Can I
Slashik goes
do it
first.
since I'm closest?
Right, yeah, you could technically go again, and you're at medium range now.
So, what would be better? Would it be better for me to move up a range band or to aim again? What do you guys think?
Well, moving up a range band
Gets rid of a
gets you
purple
a
die.
better purple die at worst than getting a boost.
All right, so why don't? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Am I at medium range?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I thinking? All right.
Well,
I'm gonna.
yeah. You could strain to get into engage.
I'm tossing. Yeah, just I love to strain to get into engage. I'm
Although
tossing the rifle to the side.
I think if we're being picky, then you don't have your vibro sword out, and I think it's a maneuver to draw it.
It's okay. I don't need the frickin' vibro
Yeah, he's
sword.
got claws.
Okay.
I got it.
Got it.
All right. I am.
All right.
He
Slashik
has
is.
the vibro sword built in.
Yeah. It's like
All right.
Phil's such a noob.
Noted.
Claws.
Like, but you'll have to.
Claws.
Yes, I'm gonna toss the rifle down. I'm actually gonna toss it to the side. I'm like, oh, this was so. I'm gonna say it in my voice.
Oh man, that was obnoxiously loud and noisy. Oh, my hand is trembling.
And then I'm gonna just get up and bolt. So I'm gonna maneuver 1. I'm going to use my strain to maneuver again. So I'm gonna go right at him with my claws. And let's get my claws out here.
Very stunned.
I didn't do any damage. He's stunned, or did I? He just
No. He's just very stunned as you're charging at him. Oh my god. But no, he is not damaged in any way.
All right,
Yeah, you peppered the heck out of his buddy though.
Okay, so we got this. I don't get any boost die anywhere here. I don't think. No, I don't. No boost die. Okay. Okay, show me something good. Oh, good. Okay, I got 4 success and 1 advantage. So, I don't think I can do anything with 1 advantage. I really can't. No, I can't.
You
So
can
it's
recover
just
1
gonna be.
strain.
Oh, let's do that. Oh, that's perfect. So that was like a free maneuver. So that is going to be 7 damage from the claws, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 damage from the claws.
Yeah, you just you run up and do the classic kind of pounce and just sink your claws into joints, and down he goes, screaming, and down he goes, and it quiet again. An unearthly quiet settles over the station again.
All right. Come on, let's get through that door. Come on, Slashik.
Yeah, I'm gonna maybe make the comm call to say, Slashik, why don't you stay at the end of the hall and make sure we got a way out while Osculate and I try to get into the command center.
All right, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna give myself a stim pack. Get back some of these wounds. So it's gonna give me 5 wounds back.
As y'all get down to close to the end of the hallway where the control room is, you see that the hallway turns to the right as well. So there's a door where those guys were guarding, but it also turns, like the hallway takes a 90-degree corner off to the right, deeper into the base.
Do we have any markings on the door?
Yes, there is an arrow to the right that says barracks, to the right, and also one underneath it that says storage, non-perishable storage.
Okay.
That way. And then obviously big control room door there.
So do we have a control panel or something to the door?
It is a blast door. It is designed to withstand you guys trying to hack through it, that sort of thing. But it does have a control panel, obviously for OSHA reasons.
Kurt, I think we should pull Slashik back here because we might get company from either side here, and he could hide behind the corner as they're coming down the hallway of either one.
Okay. Yeah. Let's
Alright,
make the
I'm gonna
radio
make that
call.
Salisha, come on.
And then
Hey, Osclip, I'm listening to you over the comm link that Kurt got me. How are you,
Oh yeah,
how are you,
yeah,
how are you doing?
yeah. These are comm links. You talk into one end, and the other end you can hear your friends.
Oh, I know. It's really cool. It's shinier than my other one.
Say,
How are you
oh
guys
yes,
doing over
very
there? Did you
shiny,
see
very
me kill
shiny.
this guy?
Yeah, that was
I
great,
put my
dude.
claws into his armpits.
I saw you shoot the other one. That was really cool.
Oh, that
I
was
assume
awful.
Kurt's working.
That was
During. Hey,
awful. I think
Hey, Slashik, there's a great spot here, a corner. So if and there's this is apparently a barracks full of stormtroopers over here.
Wait, what? There's other stormtroopers here?
Yeah.
I'll be right there.
It's like a pet.
yeah.
Come, use it, pet food.
Yeah, I
Rattle the
really
bag.
don't know why my I don't know why my persona's changed for this game, but I'm just really excited to play. So I'm really getting to a funny character here right now.
Bring
Okay,
back
so
that blaster.
Okay,
might
the
need it.
control rod, Kurt, the first thing you do is you would
Yeah.
try that control rod. It does not open the door.
Surprise.
It does not have access to the command center, control, whatever. So are you gonna try and, I guess, fiddle with this? I'm gonna make the assumption that it's probably protected, so it's not just, I'm gonna pry off
Yeah.
the cap of this thing. But you're a technician, so let's use your technical skills. Let's give you a 3-die mechanic roll. I know I'm playing around with some weird stuff, but let's give you that 3-die mechanic roll, please.
Okay.
Kurt, let me know if you want me to shoot this panel.
Does
that help? I've seen it in the hollows.
Kurt, you know that's like the worst thing you could do ever.
No, yeah, we don't need that. I don't need to be dealing with slag right now.
I got 2 success, 1 threat.
Okay, you're able to pry off the covering. You're able to find the installation screw. Let's call it that. that lets you get the covering of this thing off. Which gives you much easier access to try and get in behind this to the wires. So give me a 3-die computer check to see if you can actually bypass this thing.
Computer.
Otherwise, it might have been a little bit more difficult.
Yep. Okay. So I got 1 success with 2 threat.
Okay, you're able to hit it, but an alarm, like an audible alarm, goes off when you do it. But you hit it, and you can definitely hear the door, doing its clink 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 thing as it unlatches, and it will open. When it does, like I said, the alarms are going off like crazy. When it does, beep 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 beep, beep, you hear some blaster fire just as it's starting to open. But you guys are well prepared, so you are not standing right in front of the door when this happens. But you see blaster fire kind of peppering this door frame and that sort of thing from inside the control room. Everybody make me another. Actually, yeah, go ahead and make me another cool roll.
Okay.
Get you a new initiative stack here.
Cool.
Just three advantage.
Are we okay on the recording, or did we lose any of that?
Yeah, no, we're fine. We just missed a little chat with Slashik, and it's fine.
Oh, okay. Oh, dadgummit, that's the best part. And I'm echoing on yours, Jake.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to let you know what my die roll was, but you started talking and I forgot to pause it. I have 2 success and 1 advantage.
This one, and you had just advantages.
Yeah.
Phil. Okay.
I did
Sure.
1 and 1.
1 and roll for these guys. You're 1 and 1. And I got one other dude I gotta find. Here. Where's he at? There we go. 1, 2. Okay, so it's going to be player, 2 NPCs, and then 2 players. Yes.
Am I close enough to be like? Are we all outside the door now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think we all know what formation we're going to take. Osklet's got a life support wound, and Kurt is always good in the rear. So I think we know that Slashik's going
That sounded really bad.
jump for the chance to
did.
prove himself.
Really bad.
Yes,
It did.
I know. I realize now. I regret this sentence immediately.
I'm shaking it
Um,
off.
All right, so I'd like
I'm
to.
shaking it off.
Yeah, good. I'd like to. Can I, as an incidental, what is peeking around a corner? Is that incidental or is that actually a maneuver?
I'd call it an incidental, just kind of a quick glance.
Like a quick glance.
Yep. You got when you look into the room, it's filled with computers and stuff. Hold on, I'm still echoing on yours.
Oh, sorry.
It just sounds really crazy when you do the playback. That's the only reason I'm trying to catch it, because when I was editing the playback, I'm like, this sounds really wild because it's like a stadium effect. So when you peek into the room, you see kind of a standard kind of control room, like which you'd imagine from Star Wars. So banks of kind of glass with squiggles and things on them. What looks to be half a dozen kind of technicians. They don't look armed. They're just Imperial garb, but none of them are like up shooting at you, but they all look like they're cowering behind chairs and that sort of stuff. There are 2 stormtroopers at the end of the room, I guess far end of the room, and also what looks like an officer, like a uniformed officer between them, all kind of just firing wildly at the door frame that just popped open with the alarm, and that is at long range.
Am I able to judge how far?
Yeah, it's long range from where
Okay,
you're at,
that's
from the
not long
door
range.
from the door to where they're at. It's right at long range. But there's a lot of stuff in between you and them. Like if you were
Of
to
course,
run in and
of
try and get
course.
cover, like I said, there's a lot of like terminals and that sort of thing. Although there are people there, they don't look like they're actively trying to combat you, but they are Imperials, so who knows how they'll react as you go through. They could just be scenery, or they could decide if you're trying to crouch right next to one for cover, you don't know what they might do. So.
Right. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get into the room as far as I can. My eyes obviously kind of focus right on the most senior officer in the room, and I really want to get to him. So I'm gonna run, and I'll probably like run and use another action to kind of run and / dive behind cover somewhere in the middle of the room. So I guess that would put me at medium or short range.
So you're going to run twice?
If I'm at long range.
Because it takes a maneuver to do cover.
Yeah.
So you can only do one move to medium range and then take cover.
That's true. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to run in and then dive behind cover.
Yeah, and you can use your action technically to draw your weapon, because you haven't drawn it, unless you decided at some point that
I'll do that. But I'm only going to do that after I've dived behind cover. And while I'm behind cover, I'm just going to look, because I should be able to see all the unarmed Imperials there. I'm just going to kind of wave at them and be like, hey, how's it going?
Okay.
They're all trying not to look. They're just like, Okay, so NPCs, they of course are going to unleash on your position that you're now at medium range. Like I said, 2 of them are stormtroopers and one of them is a officer. Let me get his stats. And we'll just do the officer first since he's there. Actually, let's do the stormtrooper since I just turned to that page. All right. Blaster rifles, of course. And you're in cover, right? That's one black.
So I got what is that?
One black. A complete push. They miss. They scatter and hit actually your cover. So they pepper the chair that you somehow hid yourself behind. And then the officer is actually not that bad.
What's he shooting with?
Light blaster pistol.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not a bad shot.
That's the tickle blaster to Slashik.
Right, yeah, it's not going to really do anything unless he really hits. But he gets 4 green dice, so.
Ooh.
And you're at medium
could do damage
range
with that. Yeah.
and cover. Yeah, but with the cover and everything, he'd have to do really well. All right, so you get rid of you. One success and one advantage. Which, what does the light blaster pistol do? It is damage 5, so damage 6. Pew, 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 pew. He hits you for 6, Slashik.
All right, I have
Slashik-
7 soak, so.
Slashik notices.
Ah, the flashlight. Yes, he's picked himself out as an officer with that marker light that he just used on me.
Yep.
That's all of the NPCs. So now back to you guys, both of remaining slots for you guys.
All right. I'm gonna move inside, and I'm going to just. So that would bring me to medium range, I assume.
Right. Yeah,
and
you can move into medium.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a shot at the stormtroopers.
Okay.
2, 3, 2. Okay, 2 success. So that's 11 damage.
And that was just a flat damage. Okay.
Yep.
So one of them, and you just barely graze the other one. So one of them drops, and you kind of graze the other one. You know you hit him, but he didn't really seem very heavily affected by it. Kurt.
So I'm gonna move in to get, I suppose, like medium range with cover, and
Yep.
take a shot at the. So, I'm sorry. Phil just winged some. Did he take a trooper out?
Yes, there's
take a
one
trooper.
trooper left. Yeah, there's one trooper left, and then the officer.
Okay, I'll go for the trooper because he's got the bigger weapon.
Okay.
And I certainly want to leave the bling for my buddy Slay. So,
Now that's a really nice guy. I like that guy. that Kurt, me and him go way back.
okay, so I got my range. It's medium shot now. Okay.
Yes.
So I got all my stuff in the queue. I got two success and 1 advantage.
Excellent.
Yeah,
So
that'll
that
kill
would
him.
be okay.
It's more what do you want to do with your advantage?
I'm gonna give it to Slay. Not that he's really gonna
Yeah.
need it. I mean, isn't
Boost.
there?
You can give
I
him.
don't really think there's anything else I can do.
And that ends that round of combat. So we swing back around to the 1 PC slot you guys have,
Okay.
which you can,
So
any of
that's
you
me,
can take
I think.
if you want to take it. I mean, you could let one of them take it.
Oh, right. That's true. Does anyone want to steal my kill, or let me have this
I'd
glory?
like to use this chance to just shoot one of the unarmed technicians. No.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
Go ahead.
too late. He called it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
so
let's
I
watch
will-
the show.
Okay, so who is remaining? Is it just the officer now?
Yeah, just the officer. Looking a little panicked.
All right, cool. Yeah, as he should. All right, so I'm gonna close the gap. I'm gonna use a strain to get
Slashik,
from
he might
medium
be
to
useful
short to
alive.
short to- It almost sounded like something shouted in my ear as I was running at full speed, but I just
I couldn't hear him over
quite-
the sound of my awesome.
I'm gonna have just enough time to turn back and yell,
The scorekeeper!
and then I'm going to. I think I'm gonna. Oh, damn it, Phil! You make me feel like I need to be. Oh. All right.
No, do what your character would do. Don't
Yeah.
don't listen to
Yeah,
Phil.
that's true. That's true. That's
Listen
true.
to
That's
Phil.
true.
Listen to
What it-
Slashik should listen to Oscalet though. That's fine.
That is true. Slashik would listen to Oscalet, but he also really You know what? I'm actually going to roll for it. I'm going to do a personal roll for it, and I'm going to see
Hold,
whether.
hold up. You got to do discipline if you're going to do a roll here.
Okay. I'm
You
gonna
got to
say-
roll off your discipline against his. What would he be using?
That's what I mean. I want to.
Leadership?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
let's
leadership.
Do that.
All right.
Or willpower, maybe. Oh wait, yeah, just
That's
discipline.
probably just
That's
gonna end
fine.
up being my willpower. Yeah.
So, I guess it would really be Slashik going the other way, trying to overcome the leadership of Osculate. So, you will.
What's your leadership, Phil?
Yeah.
It's a proficiency and one yellow, one green.
So a challenge and a difficulty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one purple, one red against him.
Yeah.
Against whatever your discipline is.
Discipline. Okay. All right. Let's see. Do I listen to the guy or not? Is the question. Where's my dice? Come on. There we go. All right. How did that happen? Oh, wait a minute. Something bugged in my game. Hang on. Okay. There we go. All right. Now let's re-roll. Oh, come on. What? All right. Now we got it. All right. Now I got it. Sorry, guys. This is why I should just have regular things. Okay. I failed with 3 advantage, so I guess I'm listening to him, kind of.
Kind of.
Like, I'm not sure how to interpret that, but I think that
Yep.
I'm going to have heard him and I'm going to receive him. Okay, so what I'm gonna do?
See how hard this is?
Yeah, this is tough. I'm gonna go up there and I'm going to. Okay, this is exactly what's gonna happen. I'll have heard him loud and clear. So I'm gonna make it to him and I'm going to. Can I drop my sword or does that take an action?
You can drop for free.
All right, let me drop it for free. I'm just going to use my my brawling ability for strain damage instead of real damage. I think that's okay. 2, 3, 1, 2, and he is that. And I think Kurt gave me a boost.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Let's see. How do we do? All right. So I did 5 success and 4 advantage. So as far as damage to his, what do they call it? His strain. That's
strain's
gonna
right,
be
hold on.
10. That's 12 damage to his strain. And then, and this is perfect. This is for the advantage that I get. I'm also going to cause a crit with my with my claws because I have a crit rating. So let's see what happens. Strain versus the crit.
Yeah, we've never caused a proper crit before, I think.
Yeah. So let me roll. Let me allow me to roll a crit while I'm stunning him.
Hold on, let me
What page
dig
is
up
that?
this table. Let me dig up the crit table. I don't know. We almost had some on you guys. It's just I don't roll very well.
Yeah, here we go.
Critical hits. Page 257. Is that right?
Yeah, I see it.
Thank you.
231. 231 is the critical injury result. It's a D100 dice.
Yes.
So how do I do a D100?
You roll a D10. And then like that would be your tens number, and then you roll another D10, and that would be the single digits.
Okay,
So-
got it. So let me get my D10 over here. Where's the D10? There's the D10. Come on.
Well, you can still technically kill him.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I thought the 3 advantages would be nice, because Slashik wants to kill him, but he also is actively trying not to, which is interesting. All right, to find the dice set, I need a D1, D10. I wish I had an actual D10 dice here.
All right, what page was this on? I was looking at the vehicle crit table. I was like,
231.
231.
oh, I was like, what in the heck? Is he stabilized? That's not odd.
Okay, so
Critical.
my first number is a 5, and my second number is a 9. So 59.
Ooh.
What did he do?
It's an agonizing,
Agonizing
wound.
wound.
Agonizing wound! The target increases the difficulty of all brawn and agility checks by 1 until the end of the encounter.
Okay.
Oh,
So you see,
he's really not going to be a danger to you.
yeah. So you see Slashik kind of do the tumble, and He pauses for a second and for some strange reason drops the sword and just cold cocks this dude across the face. Just and you see this guy's nose like, and then bloop, the guy's out. I mean, it's like a Mike Tyson's him with one punch and down he goes. But his face is in ruin. He probably broke some teeth, shattered an orbital bone, all that good, very ugly sorts of things. But he's still breathing, as far as you can tell. Raggedly.
Excellent.
It's a ragged breath. He's down, but he's out cold. And it's not hushed. You hear a lot of like kind of whimpering and simpering from the assembled half dozen people that are in there at their computers, but there's no gunfire or anything. There is an alarm still going off though, from when you hacked the door.
Osclet, you owe me a point, my friend.
Okay. Whatever. All right. Let's get this door shut behind us. Kurt, hand me the code cylinder from earlier. I'll try to open the blast doors or set them to open when we're ready. And why don't you start looking for the document?
Okay. Slashik, you gonna round up all of our technician buddies and cover them?
With pleasure.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna try and find a computer system that I can potentially log into to try and find the supply logs.
Okay. I'll make some GM level what's the word I'm looking for? Advice. You probably have the ranking officer of the base laying there unconscious on the floor.
Yeah.
Which probably comes with a lot of advantages should you choose to take them.
Check them for code cylinders.
Okay.
Yeah, they'd be pretty obvious because don't they keep them in like a
it's like in their
shoulder
pocket.
thing,
It's
their
pretty
pocket?
stupid.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, he definitely has one. I guess he'd have a couple because he'd have one like the like your stormtrooper dude did, and then he'd have a separate one for the different rank.
Okay.
If I was reading that right the other day, he definitely has a different one than the one that you had already. So you take that, you do a quick twirl with it, and walk over to the any of the consoles really, and plug it in, get access, and it's not hard to find. You do not even need to roll for it because it's a supply base. It's kind of what they do. So really, you just need a download of the whole thing. There's a couple things that are interesting about the room as you guys are looking. It doesn't have like a fancy, what we would think of as a fancy security system with cameras all over the place. So it's kind of strangely voided. Does that make sense? Like you just can't, like, why don't they have cameras everywhere? And I'll tell you this kind of out of character. It's because it is still relatively new. They haven't fully installed themselves everywhere. So the base is kind of undermanned, or I keep calling it a base. The facility is still kind of undermanned. And you guys kind of did just take the most direct route here. There were many other things y'all could have done. But yes, you're able to easily find the code cylinder. You're able to easily turn off the alarm that's sounding. You do note, because it's, like I said, this stuff is kind of happening. It's very obvious that this facility has a communications center, and that has already broadcast a wider alarm to, a higher up, to a larger, higher level of security. So, although you can't see it because you're not familiar enough with how the tracking computers and things like that work, you would suspect that there's probably a bigger response coming in than what you have seen. Because at this point, you guys have been here for a little while. There's obviously the giant riot that happened outside, and the base itself is now sending what was, for all intents and purposes, just a distress signal. So people at the higher level might think the thing is become a really under attack, that this facility is truly under attack, which I guess it was. How long would you guys like to stay there? And how would you like to get out?
I think we all learned our lesson last time.
Kurt, can you seal off the barracks?
Yeah, let me give it a try. Let's see if I can't lock that barracks
You
down.
know, just like initiate some like emergency maybe an emergency protocol like fire or vacuum hazard.
Kurt, give me a. You're a technician. Give me an
Yeah.
easy computer roll.
Okay.
And meanwhile, I'm going to be using my code cylinder to start looking at the blast door.
Okay. It's a pretty straightforward deal to get the blast door open.
Okay, we got two success, one triumph, and one advantage.
All right.
Wow. You are able
Nice,
to.
Kurt. Good job.
You are able to send a false reactor overload for the generator. It's not really overloading, but you're able to trick the system, the alarm system, to think it is. So the doors to that area are obviously start shutting off, and it's sending out like a "get the hell away" sort of signal is what's being sent out from the base at this point. Is, hey, our main reactor is going critical for whatever reason. So the giant blast door that oscillates are, how's this stupid thing starts opening, and I mean every siren in the place is going off. It's not just a nice little yellow beacon, it is like every color you can think of. You know, they've gone to purple alert sort of thing. And the technicians, everybody just start running. They just start running down the hallway towards that main giant exit door that you guys came in from. So it's just a wash. It's not hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, but the hallways are full enough that no one's really paying close attention to who's moving down them. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So the technicians in the room are still kind of like, yeah, they're antsy and don't know what exactly to do. But you can see the booted feet and people kind of running past your door, past your control room door, headed that same direction that you guys came in from, because they think the reactor's about to go up magically.
So I'm kind of ready to go.
Yeah. Let's. Can you get anything up? Is there anything quickly accessible you could pull from their data banks?
He can get the supply file. He can't get anything else.
Anything else immediately? Okay.
Yeah.
Just a quick word with my buds over here. I'm gonna.
Hey guys, let's huddle up for a second, real quick. This commander that we just took out. I mean, and honestly, all the guys in this room. Is it wise to leave witnesses? I mean, I really hate to be the slaughtering type, but do we want them to know that we were here? Because if we leave, everyone in this room knows who we are.
It is a problem. That is an issue.
Oh, the rebellion.
All right.
I mean, is it possible we take them with us? Is it possible that we? I mean, what's the ethical way out of this? Or do we just accept the fact that they are going to be able to identify a Bothan, Trandoshan, and human, and word's going to get around? It's going to be harder and harder for us to, keep incognito.
It's a very good point.
A disembodied voice speaks into your head. I went out on a limb for you guys. Keep a low profile.
Oh God,
That just
We're
made
all under
everything so
heavy
much
suspicion.
worse. Oh.
So
I think Clayson would want us to do it.
yeah, my blaster's out. What is this? Short range? What is it?
Oh, someone doesn't have a problem with this.
No. No.
Well, he's an ex-Imperial. He's seen how they operate. Okay, let's put it this way. Kurt's an ex-Imperial, so he knows how they operate. They are probably the first people to, expendable losses, or what is not expendable losses? Collateral damage, that sort of thing. Osculate is probably the same way. He's like, I think this is how it works, isn't it? This is do do do. That's just how they work. What's good for business is what we do. I don't know about Slashik. He might have grown a conscience.
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
I'll need to leave the room, guys. I don't know what happened.
I know.
You walk slowly down the hallway. The little music plays, and you just see flashes in the background through the door frame as you walk away, and the music fades out. The kind of movie. I'm not involved. As the mafia don walks away, and his mob heavy hitters go to town on the people behind him.
Shoot.
But yeah, however y'all want to do it, y'all need to explain it. I mean, it's this dangerous situation here.
What do you think? Is it worth the risk, or do we? I mean, what do you think? I'm kind of at a loss, guys. This isn't honorable, but if it must be done,
we can't leave witnesses.
Yeah, I'm kind of like just. I hate to be rude about it, but I mean, I'm walking away and I'm shooting. I'm gonna make a decision. I'm done.
Guys, should we be honorable?
Yeah.
What was that again, Slashik? I can't hear you.
What were we talking about?
Every time Slashik tries to say something, you say pew pew pew. What was that? Pew pew pew. Alrighty. I'm gonna make the assumption that Slashik doesn't join in. And his two buddies take care of the dirty work for him.
Yeah, I think the only thing I would do here is a mercy kill for the captain that I already kind of brutalized. Like, just make it quick.
Oh,
That's the only thing I feel comfortable with at this point, I think.
I don't know. From an Imperial standpoint, is it better to have died in the act of defending the base, or to have lived and be the only one that survived?
Yeah.
Right, but I think we especially can't let him. I mean, he knows exactly. And
yeah. I'm just saying, it's just funny.
No, I hear you.
Let's kill him and get out.
Yeah,
we do it.
All right, so you guys take care of business, and as Slashik walks up with a sad look on his face, not sure he wants to use his new sword, and so I'll be nice. He grabs one of the vibro knives from the local from one of the stormtroopers that he downed and uses it instead. That way he doesn't sully his axe, or not his axe, his sword. Mm-hmm. And you guys make your way. Unless you're planning on doing something else, you guys kind of blend in with the throng as it rushes out into the night, into the open air of the docking bay. When you guys get out there, it is not as pandemonium as it was when you came running in. There is an Imperial presence. They couldn't get the door open because the people coming in just couldn't, and you guys weren't there like 2 hours. They are watching as the people come out, but they don't know anybody. They don't work here, so they don't know who's who. As they see you guys, and y'all just meld in with the group as y'all run out. There's paramedics treating all sorts of people. The paramedics are Malabor people. They're not Imperial. The Imperials are just kind of standing over it, looking at their wounded and dead, which are mostly dead actually. And that's pretty much it. There's no big, what are you doing? What are you doing as you're running out? Because there are so many kind of just things happening at one shot. So you guys are able to steal out into the night, into the open air, and head out if you desire.
Cool.
Congratulations. Yeah. So where to next? I know we're done for the night, but I just wanted to see what your next immediate plan was as you're walking away from this whole thing.
Well, I'll tell you something. Slashik is going to be like mind numb from what we just did. He's going to be mind numb, and he's also going to hold Kurt in a new light there for being so trigger happy on the slaughter.
Well, he was an Imperial,
Which is true. Which in and of itself isn't the worst thing in the world, but it is kind of, this was kind of a moment of realization for Slashik. This was a dirty thing we just did. The dark, the gray side of the Rebel Alliance.
Right.
Not all rainbows and unicorns, that's for sure.
no.
There's no gray side. That was pure dark side.
Oh yeah, totally.
How big is the station?
Oh, it's gigantic. I mean, it's
Okay.
it's
So we
It-
could potentially lay low here for a while.
you
'Cause
could.
This was because the slave operation does flow through here. But we should probably get the data back
Should
to
get to
Clayson.
Clayson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go to Clayson.
Yeah.
should accomplish
Yep.
the mission. All right, I think we head back.
Okay.
secure
A couple
passage back.
things. Yeah, a couple things. You can get passage back, but you will have to travel back through the Malibor Gate.
Yeah.
And just as a little birdie in your ear says, they probably are going to look a little askance at a group of people carrying bags
Yeah.
filled with blaster rifles.
Yeah, blaster
Yeah.
rifles.
Yeah.
We probably should ditch our blaster rifles.
Or just try and sell them on station before you leave.
Yes, you know what? That's a good idea. I think that's what we do. We're gonna try and sell these blaster rifles real fast. And-
You're going to need black market, and it's going to be very, very difficult on this station. I need to even know the roles at this point because
So-
you're in system now, and there's almost no real. I mean, there is obviously illicit activity, but it is extremely, extremely thin now. There's always a chance. I just don't where that's actually at. Is it under like illicit? Or?
Yeah, so I'm looking at Galactic Economy section, Black Market. Finding a black market requires a streetwise check.
64.
Items cost more. So I think it would probably just be very difficult to find the black market.
Yeah.
Once we're there, I think it's
Let's
just
check
normal
this out.
for selling them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to put it at your 4 dice. Or not formidable, but the other one, daunting.
So before
Define.
you, I suppose, roll to see whether or not we can make contact with it.
Yeah.
A question. So are you saying that just having a blaster rifle in and of itself would not get through the gate, or if I dumped my heavy blaster and just went through with the one weapon, is that going to be?
Blaster rifles are pretty restricted.
Yeah, blaster
Okay.
rifles tend to be military weapons.
All right, that's fine then. Yeah. Okay. Proceed.
I mean, you might get it through, but it's you need probably some fast talking to do it.
Yeah, and I don't want
Yeah.
to take the risk. It's not
But
worth
it's
it.
more. If we're just gonna sell them, probably on the other side. So
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So sell them
yeah.
here, sell them there.
yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have a blast rifle, but
Yeah.
it's also
There-
difficult to move around with, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the easiest option if you're able to find it.
So I'm gonna do that check.
Yeah. Daunting streetwise to
Got it.
find one.
Daunting streetwise.
And are you all healed up?
No, I think he's
Oscillate?
still hurt. I think he's still hurt. Because I think he was wounded by
Oh, yeah.
8 and healed 5.
That's right. I do fail on that streetwise, so I guess we don't find it.
Okay. I'm trying to think.
Do you want
Yeah.
another stim pack?
You could actually do a medicine check on me. That would not take a stim pack up. Would not expend
Okay.
a stim pack. So I guess we have to dump the rifles.
Yeah, you can dump them as a GM. I would say if you knew more about kind of the infrastructure of the rebels, you might be able to find a home for them, but unfortunately, you don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, you pretty much have to dump them or find someone who wants them. Dumping them's probably the safer bet, just so you
Yes.
don't attract any attention.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put them in a like a trash can.
By
Hand
a
'em off to
schoolyard.
Yeah. There's some bum sitting there with a little coffee cup. You're like, here, clank, to deal with that. Just walk off. Okay, so you guys secure passage. It's not difficult to get passage because he gave you papers, and You guys have a little bit of credits, so that's not a big deal. And you make your way back to the station and home base. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to help us continue improving and expanding our channel's content.